Hey guys, welcome to Two Beards Podcast today. I actually don't have anything planned to throw Nick off today, unfortunately.
I was thinking about that for a second. I'm like, what's this bitch got this time?
What's he gonna do?
Bring it on.
Nothing, actually.
Shotgun of malt liquor down.
Maybe that's what's gonna throw you off.
It did a little bit.
So you are incredibly excited about this beer.
So that's kind of laying it on a little hard there. But yeah, I'm a little stoked for this beer because, I don't know. First off, it looks cool. We're color coordinating. That was totally planned. And second off, it's called Hoppy Anniversary at 65 IBUs. So, like, I feel like it's got good potential, you know? But that's legitimately the only thing I know about this beer is how it looks and the name of it.
Sierra Nevada is weird because they just call everything an ale.
Totally, yeah.
You're like, what kind of beer is this? It's an ale.
Yeah, but like, it's like a brown ale. It's an ale. What the hell? What the fuck's the matter with you?
Like pale, like IPA. Like, what am I expecting here? It's an ale.
I told you it's an ale.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah. So I'm assuming it's gonna be IPA-y. You know, don't really know actually because can't. Just don't.
I mean, 65 IBUs at 60%, probably.
65%.
IPA, 6%.
Oh, sorry. I apologize. I thought you were
65%?
saying 65%. I thought you were going on the bitterness scale. You're like, 65 IBUs.
No,
that's 60%, and I'm like, no, that's 65%.
You fucking idiot. No, 6.0 ABV.
Yeah.
Yeah, like IPA range.
Yeah. Right.
Maybe a little low.
Looks like an IPA. So we're gonna give it a go. I'm usually not disappointed with Sierra Nevada.
I was gonna say you quite like Sierra Nevada.
Yeah, I'm never unhappy with anything I've had from them. There have been things that I don't love, but I don't think there's anything that I've disliked, and I can already smell this beer actually.
They're kind of a interesting brewery in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's always like because they even on the back of these bottles they describe themselves as a hop forward brewery, which I guess I agree with to an extent, but like not like I don't think of Sierra Nevada and I'm like, man, they got some hoppy beers.
I don't think that either. Even their pale ale is like it's not super hoppy.
Yeah,
it's pretty.
The Torpedo is pretty hopped, but I'm never like. It's just very dry.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like I love the Torpedo. I'm not saying that dry is a bad thing or derogatory in any way. It's just
you got to be in the mood for it.
Yeah. It's just not like Stone where I'm like
yeah.
I'm pretty sure the people who brew Stone beers like live in hops.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
exactly. Yeah. And
like those people probably smell great.
I would think so.
Just constantly around so many hops.
So many, because that's all of their beers. Even their stouts, I'm like, it's a little hoppy. It smells pretty good. So, I don't know. We'll see. I feel like it might be a little fruity, which would be disappointing.
I was getting some bread notes. Get some bread, some very like light citrus, like a little spritz, little like squeeze of an orange peel.
Mm-hmm.
Little bready. So I think somewhere on here they say, or maybe just their website about something about ski slopes.
Oh, really?
Just by smell, I'm going like just got off the beach. I haven't tasted it yet, but that's my smelling impressions.
You're gonna say what?
Like just got off the beach, ready for some
Oh.
sushi. Maybe like a spicy Thai kind of thing. Like like post sunset on the beach.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like it's getting too dark out to go back to the beach.
Hear me out. You could have a fire on the beach, and yeah, I mean, go ahead.
Cooking your Thai food on the beach.
Absolutely, yeah. I will say this is not what I expected.
That's basically what I was smelling. Yeah.
Yeah. I was expecting something a little different. This isn't as good as I was hoping for.
It's not the style of beer you love.
Right. But it is really good. This is a pretty good beer, I think.
It's very like I'm trying to think of what would you describe this IPA family as?
Mm-hmm.
Like to me, I always compare it to breweries. Like this is the like to me this is the pinnacle like West Coast IPA kind of style. Maybe like the Northwest IPA.
Definitely more Northwest for sure.
Because it's got some very like kind of like fall savory tones.
Yep.
I think like Ninkasi, I think Deschutes.
Yes, I agree with that.
Like very like wet season. I don't think like West Coast California where it's like
it's a lot more
fruity spring, floral notes. This is not that.
pretty citrusy, but without like the maltier notes that something like this brings.
Yeah,
without the maltier fruity notes this brings. Yeah, this is kind of how. So you've had 7 Seas, the Northwest IPA thing they came out with, right? Is this similar to that? This is what I'm thinking that's going to be like.
I think so. Oh wait, no, not the new one.
You haven't had the new one?
No, I have not.
Oh, okay.
I just had the
hazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is good, but
which we got to do both of those.
Yeah,
I don't know if we want to do those on Pints or on the podcast or both or.
Yeah, I'm picking them up after this actually. So
yeah,
as long as we get done before 6.
So I did learn that the double IPA, I don't know if you saw this, is actually just the Balls Deep rebranded.
Yeah, and so that's why I want to go there. I almost had just Renee pick them up for me, but I want to go there and ask him like, what else is new or just rebranded?
Yeah, what's all going on?
Did you trick me? Is the hazy actually a different beer that I've had?
I don't think it is.
I don't think it is either.
But what if like the Northwest IPA is the Root Parrot?
That is what I was thinking, because that's exactly what I was thinking.
You're going to be disappointed if it is.
Big time.
So
big time. That's fine. Just like tell me it's the Rude Parrot and don't act like it's a new beer. And I like the Rude Parrot, but not if I'm expecting something new.
Correct.
Yeah, that was my thought, because I'm like, all right, what could it be? It's not the Nomadic for sure.
I think if they're just going through a rebrand, I think the rebrand looks good. Style is great. They got like their little catchphrase, like Georgetown has like something cold beer. Theirs is you'll like this, so you'll like it or whatever. Good can design, everything like that. So it's cool. It's a cool rebrand, but I'm with you. Like if you're coming out with a rebrand like it's just brand new shit and it's not, it's a little weird.
Yeah. So and that's the thing. It seems like it's a mixture of they're in the middle of rebranding, but also they have new stuff. And so that's the thing. Like with the Balls Deep, they didn't tell anybody that. Somebody asked.
Someone asked.
They're like, "Is this just going to be the Balls Deep rebranded?" And they're like, "Yup." And he's like
no other comment. It's just like, "Yep."
Like, all right, well,
cool.
Any other beers like that? You want to formally say that somewhere? No, you had to like. It's an Instagram comment. You had to see that on. So,
man, I can't imagine picking up a double IPA, be like, oh, I wonder what like this is gonna like this, because I don't think they've really had. I'm trying to think of double IPAs at 7 Seas, and
I feel like there was one more.
There might have been, but like really, it's pretty much just been the Balls Deep.
Yeah.
So like you're like, oh man, a new double IPA from 7 Seas. Wonder how that's gonna taste, and it's just the Balls Deep. It's like,
it's all right.
Okay.
Yeah. But better than I remembered it. Like when we had that on the podcast, or was it on
the Pints?
Pints, yeah. That it's better than I remembered, because I'm always thinking it's not that hoppy.
Very hoppy,
but it is quite hoppy. So which is nice for a double IPA.
I think what it is that is also, I think same thing with the Root Parrot, very much the Northwest style, like very much similar to this, where it's got a lot of those maltier, kind of bready tones.
Yeah,
but pretty hoppy.
Yeah. Stay happy.
Okay.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
It's just weird for me because like we've been in quarantine and like I'm super excited for summer, but I feel like summer's just like this distant thing from us because it doesn't really exist because it can't exist because we're in quarantine.
Yeah.
So I'm like we're dressed in all black. We're like matching this beer unintentionally. I'm like looking at the camera and I'm seeing like my tattoo and like it's just very like Northwest fall and I'm like, I'm so confused. I'm like, what season am I in? Like, it's cloudy outside right now. I'm like, what is
really cloudy?
Just like we're stuck in like in a bubble in the space-time continuum.
It doesn't exist.
I don't think I exist.
Pretty sure you're right.
I don't know that I exist.
Pretty sure you're right.
I don't know what's going on.
Have you ever questioned the state of your reality? You need to watch Westworld.
But it's...
No, I'm with you, man. We keep talking about camping. We keep talking about being able to go back to breweries, and it's frustrating.
It's Milky Way season to me, which is which is the definition of summer for me.
Yeah. I'm really hungry, and I'm sorry about it.
Yeah, your stomach is...
Let's not shut the fuck up.
No one else can hear it, but...
Like, I'm doing fine. My stomach will just not shut the fuck up. So, so I was talking about this with my team at work, and I'm like, so I don't want this to be interpreted wrong. I am pro quarantine. I am pro social distancing and having things
be safe all day. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. That's a good thing. We want to do what we can to help. I mean, it's not going to stop, but it's going to at least help it.
Yeah.
But like, how long is too long? You know what I mean? So I'm not saying we've reached a point right now. I'm just saying like.
No, it's a good question to ask, right? Is that like, what is the plan?
Like at some point you can't just close Earth down.
Because people are making these memes, and I see them often of like, saying that we're below the curve and just coming out is like cutting your parachute too early. And I'm like, you're not, you're saying too early, but what's on time?
Exactly.
No one's told me that.
We talk about this every time we bring up the dates that the stay-at-home thing's supposed to close. They keep sending out these arbitrary dates, and it's like, what's going to happen on that date?
Yeah, I don't need a date. I need to know like what does that look like? Yeah. Because some people have even said like, we need a vaccine, and I'm like, okay, that's ridiculous.
That's not going to happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, it's like. That's not a cure. Like, it's like the flu. You can still get the flu with a vaccine. Like,
is there like a certain infection rate? Is there a certain hospitalization rate? Is there a certain death rate? Is it a combination of all those things? No, I don't know. No one's told me.
You know what I want to know is what are your chances of getting it again after you have it once?
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, like
so there was some thought in what I've heard. Again, not an expert, not a scientist. Mm-hmm. I don't know. But what I've heard, there was some skepticism around herd immunity possibility because of South Korea, but it sounds like those South Korean tests where they're retesting people was detecting dead coronavirus in people's bodies. So
they're like, you have it.
It returned a false positive, being like, you got infected again.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out that's not the case. So it doesn't sound like there's definitive answer that you can't get it again, but it doesn't sound like there's evidence showing you can either.
Totally.
So.
Right. And so it's like, is it just going to be one of those things that we just have to bite the bullet and just let it loose until it's run its course?
Well, and
I don't know.
Well,
man.
and I don't like the whole false dichotomies of like, you're either locked down or you're completely open. I'm like,
there's a lot of gray.
You and me, probably fine to go back to work.
Right.
We're probably fine to even get coronavirus, God forbid. But we're probably fine.
Probably.
Right? Like we'll live.
Yeah.
So like I think there's a medium of saying, okay, this population can start going back to work. This
mm-hmm.
population can start opening up. Like
mm-hmm.
if you're not at high risk, and
mm-hmm.
then like supporting business if they have individuals that are high risk to like,
mm-hmm.
in the paid protection program. I don't know.
Right.
All that political bullshit. I think there's stuff like that there's like a medium between like completely open and completely shut down.
Yeah, right.
And I think it needs to happen because, I mean, all over the world, like, you know, even like one of our friends posted a meme recently about like, oh, UK's looking at the US, like the US is watching Tiger King. And I'm like, okay, well, A, percentage-wise, the UK is doing worse than the US. And then B, like, we just got video of like beaches in the UK and people crowding them. Like,
right.
People are I think done with the lockdowns, not because like they don't believe in the coronavirus, they don't believe in science, but because like they just don't like, they're like, I haven't gotten sick yet. It's been 2 months. You're not letting me go back to work. You're not letting me live my life.
Right.
Like, and there's no end in sight.
That's the thing.
You haven't given me, you haven't set my expectation.
The dates mean nothing. They're arbitrary dates.
Yes.
They literally have no weight to them.
And the dates that you suggest are just changing.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they bear no weight. Like, because we know like May 31st is just going to change to June 15th or some bullshit.
And if you said August, then we're like, why August? And you're like, I don't know. And
then we're like, okay, well, that's a long time to just just say a date
without knowing anything.
Exactly.
Like, give me a reason.
Yeah.
So I think there's probably some nuance there. I don't know. We'll see. Florida's opened back up. Georgia, Texas,
yeah.
Colorado's changing how they're reporting things, so we'll see.
Interesting. I'm not aware of what that consists of.
So Colorado came out and said they think. Well, I don't know. Again, specifics. I don't know. My take on it is that they basically came out and said we were reporting deaths with coronavirus.
Oh, right.
Instead of reporting deaths from coronavirus.
Yeah.
I think the latter is really important because to me it signifies like it helps make individuals make more informed decisions, right? Like because if I'm a low risk individual with no other health issues, that changes my individual behavior, like going to the store or that kind of behavior than if I was a high risk individual being like, oh, this is extremely dangerous for a high risk individual or a medium risk individual, which I am in that category. Therefore, I'm just going to order off of Amazon instead of going to the store.
It seems ignorant to count the people who like, this person has lung cancer and is like a week away from death and then gets coronavirus. Yeah. It seems ignorant to count that person as dying from coronavirus.
Well, and I think it goes both ways too, because people are like, well, everyone should be protective, and I'm like, the person that's medium to high risk also needs to know that their group, like if the flat percentage is just 4%, that person's saying it's just a 4% chance that I get it and die, instead of saying actually my group is more like 8 to 9%, which is a bigger difference, and they might change some of their behaviors on the more to be more safe.
Right.
So I think it's just helpful to give individuals more data.
No, absolutely. 100%. I mean, when you start giving less data, it just becomes all correlational, and it doesn't actually become like a real statistic.
Because then people are just saying the death rate is less than 1%.
It's like, okay,
less than 0.9%.
Yeah, there's so many variables within that I question,
Yeah.
So like you said, it's like even just like a specific age group alone, it's like that's nice to know, and so yeah, throughout this whole ordeal, there has been a wide variety of different statistics floating around, and it's like I almost just don't listen to any of it because it's.
I mean, half the things that people say are bullshit. Like exactly. I've gotten into so many arguments on like various things already, and
the fucking president has taken like what the fuck bleach, whatever. What the fuck is it he took? Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, I can't remember. It's anti-malaria drugs.
Right.
I mean, there's anecdotal studies to say that it has helped. But there hasn't been definitive proof either way.
See, that's the thing, right? Where it's like, who's to say it was the meds that helped or just like the body doing its thing?
Well, and he hasn't been infected, so.
Exactly. There's that too.
But I mean, like I've taken anti-malaria drugs because I've went to the Dominican Republic, which was a risk area, before going to my 2-month-long trip there.
Right.
So we probably took, a similar amount to that. My dad's taking anti-malaria drugs.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that big of a deal, but yeah, at the same time, it's like, okay, again, well, we really don't know like if that's helpful or not. Like, it's just, there's been some anecdotal studies of like 6 different people, and then there's some people across the U.S. that have taken it and have recovered. But like you said, it's like, is that the cause? Or maybe those individuals are just healthy.
Exactly. Right.
I don't know.
Who knows? Again, just too many variables, not enough studies, not enough time's passed. I get it. It's difficult, but again, it's like, back to my original point. It's like, how long is too long? If we're gonna be in lockdown for a full year,
I think we're getting there. I think, so it's May 21st when we're recording this. We've been in relative lockdown as far as like work goes for over 2 months now.
Yeah,
that's crazy. It's been 2 months.
It's a long time. It does not feel that long. Like, looking back,
yeah,
it feels it's been like 3 weeks.
Yeah, you look back and you're like, it's been 3-4 weeks, 2 months.
2 months. Yep.
And like, honestly, like, you have and I have relaxed on some of our social distancing. I mean, not like we're going crazy and
no, we're not throwing parties or anything.
No, but like we've seen family and
yeah,
non-risk individuals and
right,
hung out a little more often.
Yeah.
Like, we've actually hung out instead of, like, just doing the podcast. And
yeah, I mean, before it was, like, we would do the podcast twice a week or less than that, and that was, like, it.
Yeah.
That was, like, it.
Record the podcast, record the Pints episode, try to record the game stuff remotely, and then it was just gone.
Yeah, that was it.
Now, like, we've, like, hung out a little bit.
Made some bomb-ass tacos.
Made some great-ass tacos.
Holy fuck, man. I don't think we've talked about that yet.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I mean, what sparked this idea other than the fact that tacos are amazing?
Just a YouTube video that we watched. And
really?
I was like, I could do that. And then I was like, I could do that, but I could also make it better.
Fair enough. So what did they make on the video?
So they made crispy tacos, if I remember, which I won't. I'll link the video of the channel that we made the tacos from.
Okay.
Maybe I'll like even throw in an image. I won't do any of this.
Who knows?
I don't watch back our videos.
Never.
That's a lot of time.
That's too much time.
Yeah. But yeah, they made so basically what it is, smaller tortillas, meat, deep fried ish in some oil. That's pretty much it.
But like, did they put like different meat in theirs?
Yes. So they did like ground beef and beans,
and
then like chicken and cheese. And I was like,
chicken and cheese I could get down with.
No.
Fair enough.
Fuck chicken tacos.
Just fuck chicken
in general.
Most days for him.
All days. Chicken nuggets.
Indian curry, chicken nuggets.
Indian curry, chicken nuggets.
Yeah. So like I said,
pretty much it.
Most days.
Most food items.
Yeah. But anyways.
Regardless.
Ground beef tacos, I've never been a fan of.
Like, why?
Even growing up, I'm like,
make carne asada.
It's not a taco. Like, it's not good.
What
is taco seasoning? Who decided that taco seasoning tastes like a taco? Because never in my life have I tried anything with taco seasoning. Like, oh, it's a taco. No, that's taco seasoning, and it's like, not good.
It's like Taco Bell sauces. They're not like taco sauces. They're Taco Bell sauces.
Right. Exactly.
Like blue raspberry. What the fuck is blue raspberry?
Anyways,
that's a whole thing. I have a whole thing on that.
Yeah.
But carnitas.
Yeah, the carnitas and
proper
beans.
taco meat.
Very good.
Yeah, we make some pretty good carnitas.
They do the same thing with the they take like the soft shell and do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a damn good idea. And I've since I mean, and you started making your own tortilla chips before we did the tacos even, but I was like, yeah, like, why have I never done this? I have so many tortillas laying around. Like, right. I should just make my own fucking chips.
Yeah, so we cut down tortillas into the size that we want, and then the rest of the tortillas, We just turn it into tortilla chips. And if you haven't done it, it's the easiest thing. You cut up some corn tortillas, put some olive oil, some salt, throw it in the oven at like 350 for like 15 minutes. Take it out, salt it up some more, and done. Like, it's so easy.
The easiest thing ever, yeah.
And they are delicious.
Best I've ever had. Best tortilla chips I've ever had.
Delicious.
Yeah, honestly. Like, I don't feel a need to buy tortilla chips anymore because it's like they're either not crunchy enough or they just taste weird. Like, like, I don't like Tostitos tortilla chips. I don't like those.
The scoops are nice.
The scoops are, well, all right, yeah, let me rephrase that. It's not that I dislike them. The scoops are nice. They're good, but it's like I've just had way better.
Well, and especially these ones, you're like, why?
Right, yeah. Right.
Why?
Yeah.
I don't know now.
I do not.
Because they're just so crunchy, and like you make them salty on your own, and they got some of that olive oil.
Ooh, and in that guac salsa. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, buddy.
It was a good time. We're gonna do that plenty more.
Fuck yeah. Like this fucking weekend. I mean, I'm just saying.
The weather's a little confusing.
It won't be like an outside ordeal like anything we do this weekend, but
yeah. So Memorial Day is this weekend, if you guys didn't know, which would be yesterday for you guys.
Yeah. Actually, the weather does keep changing.
It does.
It's not supposed to rain on Monday anymore.
I don't know if you're the same, but like I've just forgot that it's Memorial Day on Monday, like several times.
Multiple times.
Like someone will be like, hey, are we coming to work Monday? And I'm like, no. And then like 20 minutes later, I'm scheduling a meeting on Monday.
Yep.
And absolutely. I'm like, oh yeah.
Nope.
Not doing that.
Cannot. I had a customer call me today and he's like, oh yeah, Tuesday's great. I'm sure you guys aren't working on Monday. And I'm like, no, we're not.
Now that you say that.
Yeah, since you bring it up, no.
Turns out, no.
Certainly not. Which was nice. Not complaining about that at all. Weather, yeah, man. But next weekend, holy fuck. Sunny, high 70s, 80s.
Now I'm ready to have like a 4 or 5 day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Like expecting some good weather and just being like, well, not doing anything for 4 or 5 days. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's tempting like for next weekend to just like take Friday off.
Take Friday and Monday off. Okay. 3-day week.
Sorry, it's sunny.
You get a 3-day week next week and then a 4-day week the week after.
Come on, buddy.
All sunny all weekend, right? Like
week after is gonna suck.
It just, but like,
that's tempting.
You're probably the same way, but it's just like you've been working so much more remote because you don't really take lunch. You're on your computer.
Yeah.
You wake up, get on your computer.
Yeah.
You end your day, and then like an hour later, like something comes up on your phone. You're like, well, better look at that.
Yeah. Right. I mean, not so much. Not as much as you. I mean, you're a manager, so it's a little different. But I mean, definitely. I to your point, I know what you mean, and I agree. Like there have been a couple lunches where I've just like stayed in the call queue, and just like watched like a podcast or something.
Probably what it is it just doesn't feel like you leave work.
Right. Yeah. Well, this is what I would always tell everyone too. Like at school, like I cannot do my homework in my room.
Yeah.
Or like for 2 reasons. A, I'm just gonna fucking fall asleep. I will fall asleep if I sit in my bed. I will end up horizontal and sleep. The other reason is like I don't want to do homework in my room. This is like my like safe zone. I like sleep here. I hang out with friends here. Like
it's where I get away from school.
Exactly. Like so if I'm gonna do like homework, I'm gonna go to the library and hate my fucking life for 2 hours, but get it done, and then I'm good. So. But yeah, it's the same thing with work. It's like although I've enjoyed parts of working from home, like the biggest thing has just been like I've been able to sleep in a little more, and then I don't have to drive to work. But
which is nice.
Yeah, which is nice. But like outside of that, like I would like to be in the office, and then like maybe it would be cool to have like a day or two working from home a week. So
I think that's the ideal scenario is like Monday, Friday, work from home.
Yeah.
Just so you get that reprieve and
you like ease your way in, ease your way out.
It feels like your weekend's a little bit longer because you got some less commute time and stuff.
Yeah.
But like I do agree with you. Like going into the office some days just to get the feeling of like going to work and like leaving work is also important.
I mean, even like working from home, it's like just the simple act of waking up and putting jeans on is like, all right, I am getting ready and I'm working. Like I need to wake myself up, get some coffee, put some jeans on, like let's do it. But like rolling out of bed, throwing a hoodie on and some sweats, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna fall asleep doing whatever I'm doing right now, you know?
Yeah, I've been in the office every day.
Yeah, that's right.
So I'm back.
Yeah.
Is it before any of you are confused? We're in an essential business. I've been allowed to go in the office at any time. Not that it's encouraged or anything by my business, but I've been allowed to go in the office.
Right, so. Right. Yeah, I mean, this is very much like a personal choice for you. So, I mean, is this something like you're sticking with, or are you going to like start working from home a little bit as well, or?
I've kind of tossed the idea back and forth. I think for now I'm gonna stick with it.
Okay.
Just see how it goes. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's been good. It's weird because our office is a ghost town. So there's not like a ton of value of me going to the office, but I don't know.
It's usually pretty loud, like all around.
Yeah, not now.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's got that adds to the weirdness because usually like especially. Like in the customer service department, it's like really fucking loud.
And where I'm at in the office from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., there's no one there.
Gnarly. That's crazy.
There's zero. Like I'm in a pretty big room.
Yeah.
In our building, and there's no one.
Did you move over into the CC, or are you still back?
No, I'm still in our area.
Yeah.
So it's weird.
Yeah, for sure, man.
But.
Crazy stuff. Man.
Rocking the hat today.
I'm rocking the hat today.
I was gonna bring up that I feel like I don't think it looks like it too much yet, but I feel like I got the mushroom kind of look that you got that I like to make fun of you on.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's not my fault because I can't fix it.
Fair enough. Normally I super could, yeah. But
yeah, I'm really getting there on my hair.
I mean, yeah, I'm with you. It's long. I mean, look, oh, there it is.
Yeah.
This got some poof here. You see it there.
Yeah.
Really got some poof going. But yeah, I normally when my hair is short, I can just like let it fall. But now I find myself kind of like slicking even the sides back just to like get rid of some poof. And
I bought new hair product to get the slick back look.
Yeah, honestly,
I had to.
It's just like, too much.
I literally slide everything back now,
mm-hmm.
And I mean, even when I went at the office like Monday or Tuesday, someone's like, "So where are you getting your haircuts then?"
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Nope, just got slick back." It's all a deception.
I don't know where he got it, but Salvador got a haircut during all this. I don't know where he got it, but he did. Yeah.
I think he knows his barber though.
Oh, okay. So
like they're friends.
So he might we just went to his house.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense. I mean, yeah, back home, my buddy, like one of my closest friends, he's a barber. So during all this, I'm sure it wouldn't have been a big deal to go to his house and do that.
Especially if like you'd see him anyway, like us, right? Like,
right. Yeah. Like if I was in Chicago, like I'd probably just be like more or less quarantining with them, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly. That'd be weird to think. I probably would be because like where I was working is closed now, so I'd probably just be like, all right, fuck it, I'm just gonna hang out in Chicago till all this is over. Yeah, I miss Chicago. I like it out here better, but I do miss Chicago.
I saw a meme today that you'd enjoy.
All right,
it was things to do in Illinois. Leave.
Yeah,
and I was like, I appreciate that. I mean, you're wrong, but I appreciate it.
Yeah.
No, Chicago is pretty great. I've only been to Chicago twice.
Mm-hmm.
Each time, thoroughly enjoyed it.
And you even went at not very opportune times, right? You went in the dead of humidity and you went in the dead of winter. So
yes.
you've really seen her shitty sides, and you still enjoyed it.
Still enjoyed it.
So
that the dead of winter though, which it wasn't even the dead of winter. It was early March. It just was
-30 one of those days,
which was very like we just hit the perfect cold spot because you were saying like the week before it was like
50s, 60s, and the week after went back up to like
but 50s, the week 60s. That I went, it was just
0
dog shit. Like
it was single digits every day.
We went out for a walk to go to the Bean because like tourist stuff. It was my girlfriend's first time.
You have to. You have to.
No, I'm not saying we're wrong too. But we were walking back and we decided to go to a pizza place and I go into the bathroom and my jeans had frozen to my leg hair because we were like walked a few miles. So I was like sweating while I was walking. But by the time I get into the store or into the shop or restaurant or whatever, my jeans had frozen to my legs.
Yeah, I mean,
not hard, but like you're like, this is a weird feeling.
It's real different problems that you don't experience out here. We are like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
where am I? Like, what is this place? I mean, you experience very much so the burn of wind and what that can do. Like, I mean, people are like, oh, it's windy, it's a little cold. It's like, no. You don't understand. When it's -10, -20, like the temperature one of the days you were by us, not just like with wind chill, which people also don't know what is.
The actual, proper wind chill.
Yeah, the actual temperature was -30 degrees.
Yeah.
So when the wind hits you on one of those days, it just annihilates your face. It cuts it like knives. It hurts so bad.
Well, I think you and I were talking, and Elizabeth and I were talking about like what to do with like jackets because we're like before we were even like just prepping because we're like like how much do we need to bring? And you were like some heavy coats is gonna be good, and I was like, do I even need a heavy coat? And you're like, yeah, you probably should just to be safe. So we ended up getting like actual coats.
Thank God,
because it was.
You would have bought them the first day you got there. You would have said, we're going to Target and we're buying coats the first day.
But neither of us, like even you, were not prepared for how cold it was going to be in the beginning of March.
No. Well, and so that's what I told him because I think this probably was like January or December when we were talking about it. And, and I was telling you, it's March, although is like the beginning of spring. Yeah, it's a complete hit or miss. We've had Marches that are gorgeous. And then we have some where like you'll go through half the month of March and it's still like single digits. So it's like I would just be prepared for both. Like maybe bring a pair of shorts, but like probably mostly jeans, and I would definitely bring a winter coat because it's.
And we brought proper coats.
Yeah, thank God. And, thank God, man.
Jesus,
those are nice coats too. Like GG. So. Yeah, fuck, man. It's so cold. Her Renee's brother came. Was it? Maybe it was before you guys actually. I feel like it was after, but it had to have been before because it was still really cold. I think he came in like February, and damn, that he was like freezing his ass off. I guess he's been to Chicago a couple other times, but I don't know if like it was been in the winter. Mm-hmm. And he's like, fuck Chicago. I'm like, all right.
No, I think it's I think it's great, even though as cold as it is and as hot as it gets. It's pretty great.
It's just like it's gigantic. Like
it's gigantic, and there's just everything.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's good food, there's shit food, drinks, beaches, city.
We'll definitely have to go out there when all this bullshit's over, and I mean like 2 years or maybe even 3, I don't know. But when they do during Blues Fest. So out in Millennium Park, I can't remember if we walked through it. Did we walk through that huge outdoor stage with like the things over? Yeah. So like they do Blues Fest there, and it's just like they bring all these blues artists. Like up until he died, B.B. King would like come out there and play, like all these huge blues artists, and it's just fucking sick. 'Cause you just have beer and just like chill outside at night and like listen to blues. Like it's a great time. Have all these like food trucks everywhere and.
It's also just crazy going like from beach to like downtown in 40 seconds.
Well, that's another thing too. I think Elizabeth was like blown away. She's like, "That's a lake." Like I can't see the other end. That's a lake. Are you kidding me?
It's weird. Well, it's and wild. Just how close it is to like downtown.
Yeah.
Like even in California, it's not that way. Like going from
it's more rural, closer to the beaches. Yeah.
It's so strange.
San Diego's probably the closest thing to having like a city. True, yeah. On the yeah. But yeah, it's
San Francisco, obviously, but like right. San Francisco.
We're talking LA area,
LA, Southern California.
Yeah, San Diego's probably like the only city like on the beach as far as Southern California goes. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's yeah, I don't know. It's an experience, like you said. It really just has it all, and it's just a cool place to go. Definitely recommend going, at least for like a week, I'd say.
Well, what we did was perfect. I think we did like 5 days or 6 days, and we stayed downtown in an Airbnb, like proper downtown. We're like,
right.
I don't even know if we rented a car. No, we didn't.
No.
You guys had a car, but like we didn't really even use it.
No, we mostly just used the trains, the public transportation.
Yeah, trains or Ubered, and then walked.
Yep.
Outside of that, like, we really didn't use cars.
Well, that's the thing is, like, so you'll take public transportation, like, say you're downtown, like, you'll take public transportation to the north side because it's a hell of a walk. But then, like, once you're there, you can just walk around and hit up everything. Or, you know, vice versa. If you're going downtown, you know, like you take an Uber or something to downtown, and then you can just walk forever downtown and hit up everything. So,
yeah, it's just so easy to get around. The layout's amazing, so it's just all around. It's pretty great.
Yeah.
Should we rate this beer?
We should rate this beer. Yeah. One of the things I've still wanted to do is go up in the Hancock building and hit up that bar, though.
Oh yeah.
Still haven't done that, and
next time. Now that you have money and you're working,
it helps a lot. Yeah. Last time wasn't bad. The first time you were there, I was poor as fuck.
Yes.
The last time you were there wasn't bad.
But I just mean in general,
money helps.
Having a stable job, all that good stuff.
Yes, absolutely.
Helps.
All right, look, this is kind of, I don't know, like hazy. Like it's not very clear by any means.
Very orange, like very orange.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, excuse me. It's interesting because it tastes very West Coasty, but I guess like unfiltered West Coast.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's probably what I'd call it.
Yeah.
Moving on to smell. You hit that like right off the bat, like when we first opened it up, you were giving some good sniffs. It smells very breasty. Love the smell of breasts.
It's
very bready.
Yes, very bready. Got that spritz of orange.
Yeah, spritz and like orange peel.
Not much other than that, I don't want to say. Like, I think you could describe it. Hear me out.
It's got hoppy tones for sure, though.
Sure.
I would throw hoppy in there.
Okay. But hear me out. And this is where I'm getting the hoppy tones.
Okay.
The hoppy tones are actually a little sour, and that you could smell this and like, you could think rye IPA.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. I'm actually really curious. I wonder if they have that posted on their website, what grains they used for this, because I could totally see rye, actually. Like, it would not surprise me if there was rye in this at all. Also, did we just apparently we just missed out on this.
I mentioned something of it, but I didn't actually read it.
Packaged 116?
Oh.
We just like missed out on this?
Okay.
I've not seen this anywhere.
This is an old beer. This beer showcases the bold flavors and aromas of a classic West Coast IPA. Hey, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Intense pine and citrus. I could see the pine. I wouldn't call it intense.
Yeah, me neither.
With a deep gold color. Nope. Orange.
Very orange.
And slight caramel sweetness.
Yeah.
Fair. Here's to your passion to the next 40 years.
Yeah, January. I've not fucking seen this. Have you?
I don't know. Maybe.
It didn't even look familiar to me when I saw it on the shelves.
Quarantine fucks you up, dude.
I guess you're right.
I don't know. Maybe if you've had this beer and it's different than what we're describing, let us know, because I mean, 4 months old. That's a long time.
Yeah,
especially in bottles, not cans.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. Let's see. That's April. Jesus Christ, they post a lot. I'm trying to find their Instagram because I'm sure they fucking posted it. Oh, yep, there it is. December.
So, yeah. No, that.
Okay, so
I mean, I guess
December 31st. So New Year's. They came out with this on New Year's.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
But like,
here we are.
Okay, so that's
relevant beer.
That's one. That's one post. How did Fred Meyers have this beer? Are they still brewing it?
Yeah, quarantine. Well,
probably not, right? This is fucking
116.
packaged in fucking.
Yeah. I mean, you know.
Okay. The 31st. That is okay. Here we go. But technically, that's not even the beer. Yeah, this is different. They've only posted about the actual beer that one time. So if you missed them posting that one time, you would be like us and have no idea they fucking made this beer, as far as social media goes, I guess.
I mean, maybe we've seen it and we've just disregarded it. I don't know.
I don't know. It caught my eye this time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. The hoppy notes are toned down.
Mm-hmm. So you're thinking
it's a little more sour.
You're thinking
it's a little more haze.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Thinking maybe January could have been a little better.
Could be.
I mean, probably technically, just how it
I
works.
mean, it would be better.
Right.
How much better?
Yeah. I don't know. Interesting. I wonder
something to think about.
How first off, I don't know how Fred Meyer got this. Packaged 116. And I go to Fred Meyer relatively often, especially the same one nonetheless. Like I would have seen it. I don't know what the
Yo, hello?
Is it not focusing? Oh, is it focusing on this?
Yeah.
I wonder how long that's been like that. It's been awkward just watching a blurry episode all the time. Oh well. All right. Taste. I think it's hop forward. I'm writing it in a weird spot. What is happening here? I'm sorry. Here we go. Hop forward. It definitely has a citrusy taste going on. Very much orange. I would say I don't know. I think rye was a really good way to put it, honestly.
I think it is. It's got some sour tones to it, right? And proper sour, not like tart, but like rye bread.
But it's like a dry sourness.
Yes.
Because there's a big difference between
like a moldy sour.
there's a big difference between like a sour beer where it's like really juicy but like fruity sour, and like a rye like
Speaking of which, sour. Check out our Wild Bing Cherry Tacoma Wild Ale from E9. Not a sour, but a wild ale. What's the difference, you might ask? Find out in the episode.
I still need to at those guys.
That would be funny.
Off color brewing company.
Yeah.
Should I email them or just like add them on Instagram?
I don't know.
I'll add them on Instagram. I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
All right. Tastes, anything else going on here? I mean, it honestly is I don't have anything else to say about it, but it is a very layered beer. It hits nicely.
Let me give it a good smink.
Yeah. We haven't really had a good smink action going on with this, so and again, I just think it's very layered. I feel like we're rubbing a little shy on the taste here when I feel like there's some minute complexities going on. Not to say we haven't like hit on them throughout the episode, but I don't know.
I would go less piney, but the piney's definitely there. And it's got some like an earthy backbone is probably how I'd describe it. It's like the hop and the orange are carried through this like very like savory, earthy, like rustic, dirty kind of tones.
Yeah, rustic is a good word for it.
I hate using the word grainy because it usually I reserve that for like describing the resin.
Yeah.
Not a resiny beer.
No.
But more like the grains that are used in the beer, I guess is probably the best way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Have you seen the Bruise Brothers on Netflix? Have you seen that advertised at all?
Probably. Have I watched it? No.
Yeah, so it's like
I don't like watching the whole like documentaries on alcohols because they really just piss me off most of the time.
Here's the thing. It's like a sitcom.
I think that's what pisses me off is like
it's not a documentary.
No, I know. I know what you mean, but like I don't know the best way to describe it. On like those type of shows is what I'm saying. Like
I don't know what you mean.
I know.
It's literally
I don't mean documentary.
This is literally New Girl.
Yes.
But they're brewery owners and they make beer.
Okay. So this is what I mean.
Okay.
Shows that try to be shows but are really like a cross between, I don't know if this is that, but what pisses me off is they're like, we're a show, but also we want to like add in some like really documentary, like educational.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck off. Just be one or the other. Just be a documentary about beer, be a fucking show.
This does that. And what's
like a good example of not that, Beer Friends or whatever that's called.
Oh, Drinking Buddies.
Drinking Buddies.
Yeah, that's an amazing example. It's like
great show.
Yeah. They're never like beer snobs. They never like pick apart the tasting notes.
Yes.
They just like, we make beer and we work for this brewery.
And we drink a lot of it.
Yeah. Like, and then it's just like a
New Girl.
Yeah. And it's just a good movie after that. But yeah, the Bruise Brothers is very cringy. The dialogue is very cringy. And then on top of that, the acting is not great.
See, that's what pisses me off. It's just like, are you trying? Are you a documentary or are you a show?
And then like the main dude, he's like very pretentious-y, like brewery. Like he's a very pretentious brewer guy. And he like tries to act like he's cool and he's supposed to be the protagonist. But I'm like, you're kind of douchey, man. Like I don't like you. Like he like talks in German half the time because he like studied how to make beer in Germany. And I'm like, I don't really care that much. Like, just be like a normal fucking human being and like make normal human being choices. And then his brother's even worse. He's like fucking weird as shit. And he's like an ultra purist of beer. And it's like, exactly. I don't know. I'm going to finish it because I've already gone like halfway hoping it was going to get better. And it hasn't. But I'm like, I'll finish it because it's about beer. And like, I don't hate the premise.
We've talked about this so many times. I hate the puritanical bullshit culture that comes along with beer. I mean, it's in a lot of things, but like this idea that you as a consumer wouldn't alter a beer, like the beer just how the brewer made it is perfect. I'm like,
that's the brother's full idea that he's like, I'm the best brewer ever. And you know nothing about beer, and what I make is perfect. Yeah. But it's meant to be funny, and I'm like, that's just annoying.
It's assholey.
Yeah, it's just very assholey and annoying. It's like I don't really like want to keep watching this. So again, good concept, shitty acting, even worse dialogue.
Like one of my favorite thing about Instagram, like photo meetups, even they're fucking annoying and shit, and you shouldn't go to them. It's always cool walking away with like, you got certain shots and stuff and people got very similar ones. But then like how people edited it or took it or different angles and stuff like that, like they just come out with different art than what you did. Or like they in like a completely different style. Like maybe one's very like city kind of thing, whereas one's more artsy and whatever.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And like, so there's not just this like the idea is like you could have two very similar shots and two different takes on it. And I think the same thing with about beer. It's like this could be like the perfect beer to you, but it might not be to me. And if I add a lemon peel to it, it might improve it. And like, that's my prerogative, and I wish. Yo, shut up.
Quarantine's lifted, man. It's party time.
I wish people treated beer that way.
Yeah, it's very much like I'm right, you're wrong.
Yeah.
And that's, and again, going back to our pints episode, that's what got me so mad about the little slight argument I had with that Off-Color Brewing Company, where it's like, they were just like, you're wrong, I'm right. And I'm like, I up front acted that way as a joke.
Yes, it was a joke.
But I dialed it back immediately, saying like, oh no, like it's just my opinion. It's just what I taste. And they're like,
factually, I agree with you, but like opinion, I don't agree with you.
Right. And they're like, no, you're still wrong.
You're still wrong.
Okay, baby. Well, clearly you're not budging on this, so fuck you. I don't know. Yeah. I feel like they should watch that episode. Maybe they'll feel better about us.
Maybe.
Or me, rather.
Maybe they'll hate you more.
That's possible. I would like to meet them.
I hope they do.
I want to meet them in person, because then I'll be like, hey, man, I'm a normal person.
I want them to walk us through the difference between wild ales and sours.
And then I want to verbally explain to them in person my opinion of like why
they're all sour.
Yeah, why they all taste sour. Like, give me your beer that you say is not sour. It is not a sour, but it does taste sour. Yeah. All right. Anyways, sorry. Last little bit.
Off track.
Feel, I'd say it's clean, dry, decent carb going throughout it.
Yeah.
That's all I got for feel wise. Thoughts? Are you still sticking to your beach?
I had some thoughts on this.
Okay.
Then I forgot said thoughts.
Oh.
Let me give this a good smink and give you my direct thoughts. Do you want to smink yourself? I noticed you haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
Everyone smink with us on the beer that you're drinking.
I got way more orange with the smink. The thought that I had, which is not very in depth, it's just a thought, was oranges growing on a pine tree. And you're down below standing on the very dirty, muddy, earthy ground, looking up at this tree bearing orange fruits.
Good job.
That's all I got from that, yeah.
Good job.
Thanks.
That's like more description than you've ever added to thoughts. You turned into me on this episode.
Thanks, dude.
Like you had this weird vision.
It's very weird, right? Yeah, just happened.
Yeah, I'm for it.
The smink took me to the next level.
This is weird because like roles have reversed, where it's like you came up with a vision that I just didn't see, and I'm like, I'm here for it. I'm standing your vision.
All right.
And you've done the same for me, where you're like, I didn't see that, but like now
I do.
I get it.
Yeah, I'm fully in that. Yeah.
So yeah, that's yep. There's your thoughts.
Fair enough. Now to my new favorite part of the podcast is rating it.
We used to dread it.
Yeah, but now it's like I just feel like there's so much more structure, but at the same time more freedom.
So caveat to our rating: this is an old beer.
Yeah.
Slight caveat.
Yep.
Who knows? Maybe next year for the 41st anniversary, we're going to have different opinions, and it's going to be a very similar beer. So we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the beer in front of us. It's what we got. So, slight caveat.
I think I got mine.
I got mine.
I'm going... Do I have mine? I'm going.
Do you want to 3, 2, 1 it?
3, 2, 1.
3.5.
You going good or great?
I'm not.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm going good.
Okay.
I was gonna go not, but I was like, I don't like doing that anymore on this scale because we have actually have some of the concepts defined a little bit.
Pretty definitive, yeah.
It's a solid beer. I think it's well executed, but I don't know. Again, maybe I could even go lower on this beer. Because maybe it's just old, but like the rye is throwing me off. Because there's conflicting flavors. I think that's what it is. There's a conflict in my brain of, is it a citrusy beer? Is it like a citrusy West Coast beer, or is it like a savory, like maybe if you did lemon instead of orange, like if you did spritz this with lemon, like actually I think that might be pretty good.
That actually would be really good.
Maybe added like a couple drops of lemon juice, like maybe like a quarter ounce or even less, and stirred it up. I think it might accent kind of those rye, earthy tones very well. But orange and rosemary or pine, or how, like the earthy tones, it's kind of butting heads for me. I know you're gonna surprise me with the ingredients, but like I'm just saying this is what I'm tasting, right?
I don't know. I'm not gonna go off color on you. You taste what you taste, and nonetheless, I agree with you. That's just the flavor profile. Although there is no rye in this beer, the flavor profile tastes rye.
It doesn't surprise me that there isn't rye in this beer, because I don't think they were going for this flavor, and I think part of that is it being 4 months old.
Probably, you're honestly right.
Because it's not like overpowering rye. Like, it's not something I'm going to describe as a rye ale.
Yeah.
Right? But like, I'm going to say, like, it's got those sour, dry tones to it that just throw me off.
So hop-wise, we have Cluster, Cascade, Centennial. All makes sense. I totally get it. And it's delicious. Can't go wrong there. Malts. 2-row pale makes sense. It's just in most
IPAs.
Yeah. Caramelized malts. It's like, okay, that makes sense as well. Here are two that I'm very unfamiliar with, especially flavor-wise. I've heard of what oats are. I'm familiar with what oats are. I don't know that I've necessarily seen it being advertised as being in a beer. I probably have had it, but I've never seen it.
I think we've had one,
right?
Like an oat ale or something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe not even on the podcast, but yeah. Anyways, continue.
The middle thing that I don't even know what the fuck it is sigillated.
Yeah.
Don't know what that is. Have zero clue what that is.
I think it's acidulated oats.
If there's a comma.
I know there is, but I'm just going to guess.
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm going to guess.
Are you saying acidulated oats is a thing, though?
I don't know.
Okay.
Because I don't know what that is either.
I don't think so. I think they're two separate things.
I'm just going to guess.
Acidulated malt. I legitimately just don't know what it is. Okay, it's a pale malt. Subject to a lactic acid. Makes sense. Fermented after to a lactic acid fermentation. That makes sense. So they fermented a malt. That could give it that weird sour kind of sourness to it, if you will.
And the oats are giving it that earthy or kind of...
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know. We're now speculation.
Yeah, this is outside. I would love to... This is the thing, man. I would love to have some brewers on the podcast to explain some of this shit to us.
I'm excited to go back to pints and we do that, right? We have a pints episode with whoever brewed, or a brewer.
It's gonna be hard, but I am going to be honest with them. I'll probably be a little nicer than I normally would be, but I am gonna be honest.
No, that's how I want it to be. I want it to be very similar to our pints episode, where we smell it, we drink it, we decipher it, and we just tell them hey, we're going to talk about this up front, and we could totally be wrong.
Yeah.
And you tell us.
Yeah. Well, and so hear me out too. I think we are nicest on pints than we ever are, because our main goal with pints is to find local Tacoma or Washington brews. We tried to aim for Tacoma.
Yeah.
And and we posted on a Sunday like, hey, it's still Sunday. You can pick this up today if you'd like. Like, and we have had beers like the Wild Ale. Like, that's not for us. That's not our thing.
I enjoyed it.
You enjoyed it, but like,
probably not getting it.
Probably not gonna buy it again. That's what I'm saying.
But
I enjoyed
it. I enjoyed it.
So, but even for someone like me, where it's like I didn't love it, but I can objectively say, hey, they did good on this beer. Like, if you're into this kind of thing, you would really like this. I think we do a lot less of that on the podcast, where we try to
be objective, but like at the same time, the podcast is very much more casual. We're having a beer together or a couple beers together, so we get a lot more feelings
more personal
involved. Yeah. Whereas the pints, it's like, okay, let's sit down, break it down real quick. These are our feelings. These are our thoughts. These are our tastes.
If you like this, you'll like this. If you don't like this, you won't. We like this, or we don't like this, but you might.
Yeah. Whereas the podcast is much more us.
Totally. So I think having like pints episodes, like moving forward, like when all this shit ends.
Which if that's what you're interested in, right? Like if you're listening to the podcast and you're like, man, this is an hour long, and I want to just hear about the beer. Go check out the Pint series on YouTube, because that's what that is. It's like 10-ish minutes, maybe most of the time last 7 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Of just like really us intentionally just breaking down a beer, and that's it.
Yeah, we only talk about the beer, and then like that's it.
Yeah.
So there, I mean, I think there had been one or two up on there that are like less than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we really don't care.
Yeah, so. Right. It's just here's the beer. That's what it is. So. So anyways, that's a new one for me. Acidulated malt. That's kind of cool.
So why are you giving this your 3.4?
I'm giving it 3.4 because I don't think it quite makes it to that great level where you have a solid concept and you're wanting to make slight adjustments to hit that A category or that highest tier that we have. I don't think it quite makes it to even like at the precipice of that. I think it is a good beer. I enjoyed this beer. I have one in my fridge still that I'll be happy to drink.
I'm modifying my rating.
Okay.
I'm going 3.25.
Oh, all right. Fair enough. Still in the same category, but fair enough.
As you're describing it, I'm like,
Yeah.
But it's just very mid on the. It's not that close to great.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's like it's just not that close to great, because great is very close to that highest tier.
Yeah.
And good beer. It's solid. They have a concept. I think, like you said, there's a little bit of a battle between the two flavors, though, that I wish was toned down a little bit. It's very possible it's just due to that it's a 4-month-old beer. Very possible. But I still think that even if it was fresh, you would still get a little bit of that action going. So although that may have bumped it up to the great category, it's still in that B kind of category, So,
yeah,
good beer. I enjoyed it. Like I said, excited to drink the other one, but
I'm probably not going to pick it up again.
Probably not. Yeah.
I think the 6-pack is worth it. Like if you're like, if it sounds like an interesting beer to you, you should pick it up.
Yeah.
It's a solid beer. Like,
you'll enjoy it. You're not gonna like have to like choke down the other 5.
To me, this is a gaming beer, or like maybe like a popcorn beer is the best way to describe it. Like you're just kind of drinking a beer without thinking. I think it's solid for that. Like you're like, I'm in the mood for a beer. This is good.
Again, I don't know. I'm gonna pick this beer up specifically again, but like if we were doing like a Minecraft night, like 4 hours late at night,
like I'm gonna drink 4 or 5 beers, and, and I got a salty snack next to me.
Yes,
yeah,
I would totally drink that. Like that'd be great. Like it would be nice to have that. So yeah, it's cool. It's you're not gonna get this probably ever again. So like if you see it, go ahead and grab it. Yeah, it's a good try. So
other than that, we'll see you on the next episode. Plays.
Yep. Plays will come out
hopefully. Hopefully. Maybe.
Okay.
Minecraft Dungeons?
That's what we're hoping for.
If not, we have tossed around the idea of Slenderman with the ladies. I think we need to figure that out a little bit more than what we have right now, but like theoretically maybe.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
You'll see on Friday.
You'll see.
All right. Later, guys.
See ya. Like, comment, subscribe, all the bullshit.